ಹಾಯ್ ಹಲೋ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ನೀಟ್ ಸಾಫ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ SSLC ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ. ಸೊ ಹಿಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಅಡ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೆಸನ್, ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ರೂಲ್. Among that, the first main fill in the blanks. First one, at the end of First Anglo-Maratha War, dash agreement was signed between the Marathas and the British. The answer, Sslc agreement. Second one, the subsidiary alliance system was implemented by dash Lord Wellesley. Third one, the doctrine of lapse policy was implemented in the year 1848. Fourth one, the doctrine of lapse policy was implemented by Lord Dalhousie. Okay, dear students, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the doctrine of lapse policy implemented. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ so just you can remember the formula of doctrine of lapse Dalhousie. DD ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎರಡು ಅಕ್ಷರನ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಡಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಡಾಲ್ಹೌಸಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿಯರಿ ಅಲಯನ್ಸ್ SW, ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿಯರಿ ಅಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ SW, ಸಬ್ಸಿಡಿಯರಿ ಅಲಯನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ವೆಲ್ಲೆಸ್ಲಿ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ just a technique to remember the words of who introduced subsidiary alliance system and doctrine of lapse. Subsidiary alliance SW, subsidiary alliance Lord Wellesley, doctrine of lapse DD Dalhousie. So here comes second main, discuss in group and then answer the following. First question, explain the reasons for the first Anglo-Maratha War. Answer, Shah Alam II was under the control of the British after the defeat in Buxar War. Now the emperor gave Kora and Allahabad to Marathas, which he had earlier given to the British. The Maratha strongman Madhavrao Peshwa was a major setback to Marathas, though his brother Narayana Rao came to power. He was murdered by his uncle Raghova or Raghunatha Rao. This resulted in an infighting for the Peshwa post. The Maratha Federation brought Madhava Rao II, the minor son of Narayana Rao, to the post of Peshwa. Upset with this development, Raghova approached the British for support. Let's move on to second question. What were the conditions under subsidiary alliance? Explain. The answer, the conditions of subsidiary alliance. The Indian kings had to keep the British army in their kingdom. Second point, the state concerned had to bear the expenses of the army and the wages of soldiers, and also had to give certain revenue lands as well. The king had to have a British resident in his court. The king could not appoint any other European without the permission of the British. In order to enter into any agreement or pact with any Indian state, the permission of the Governor General was mandatory. In return for all these services, the company would offer protection to the state from any internal or external aggression. So next question, explain the third Anglo-Maratha War. The Maratha families tried their best to protect their independence and honor. Even the Peshwa attempted to free himself from the clutches of the English. In 1817, the Peshwa attacked the British residency in Pune and burnt it down. Appa Sahib of Nagpur and Madhavarao of Holkar rebelled against the British and were suppressed ruthlessly. Finally, in 1818, Peshwa Bajirao II fought against the British at Korengaon and Asti, and later surrendered to the British. The British abolished the Peshwa post and granted a pension to Bajirao II. They installed Pratap Simha, the descendant of Shivaji, as the ruler of Satara, a mini state, and named him as the traditional leader of Marathas and suppressed the Maratha resistance. So let's move on to next question. How did doctrine of lapse support the expansion of British Empire in India? Dalhousie, who arrived in India as the Governor General in 1848, made a final attempt to integrate Indian princely states with the British Empire. He adopted the doctrine of lapse policy, whereby the adopted children of Indian kings were refused of their right to throne. According to this policy, if any Indian ruler died childless, his adopted children had no legal right over the throne. Such a state was merged with British Empire. Princely states like Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Jaipur came under this policy. The next question. Which were the states that came under the doctrine of lapse policy? Princely states like Satara, Nagpur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi and Jaipur came under this policy. Okay, this is about the second lesson, extension of British rule in India. So in case of if you have any doubts, you can comment in the comment box. I will try to solve your doubts. And I will come back with the next video. Until, keep watching my channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the next session. Bye-bye. Take care.